with Jeff Sneider.
What's the deal with the Oscars? Sunday was Hollywood's big night, and wait a second, we've got a special delivery here.
Delivery.
It's our special guest, Lucas Shaw from Hollywood Torrent. He's going to be joining us.
Cheers, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show.
I think he just got a pizza that Ellen was passing around or something outside. I don't know. What do you think of the big night tonight? 12 Years a Slave, the big winner. Warner Brothers, also a pretty big winner with how many awards, Lucas?
7. Oh, sorry. Warner Brothers won 10. Gravity won 7. I thought it was kind of an unsurprising show, pretty stage show compared to what we saw the last couple of years. None of the acting prizes were that surprising. People kind of thought it would be a split between Alfonso Cuarón winning Best Director and 12 Years a Slave winning Best Picture. That being said, I'm thrilled that 12 Years a Slave won. I thought that was the movie that really deserved it. I'm thrilled that Spike Jonze won Best Screenplay for Her, which was another one of my favorite movies. And thrilled that Dallas Buyers Club got 3 awards. It worked out as it should because Gravity was technically the most impressive movie of the year, and so it won the visual effects and sound effects and all that, and Cuarón won director for that, but it was not recognized as the best film, which is what I thought.
That'll do it for What's the Deal. Lucas just took all my talking points, guys. No, honestly, the show itself was a little bland, a little predictable. All the, acting frontrunners won, and I was, of course, happy for all of them because they all really deserved it this year. Was thrilled for 12 Years a Slave. It felt like a monumental moment for the Academy. Fox Searchlight was running its campaign with the slogan, "It's time," and I think it was time. I was thrilled to see Spike Jonze win Original Screenplay for Her. I did think that American Hustle would win, but I've never been so happy to be wrong. I was a little nervous, when Gravity took home Best Editing over Captain Phillips.
That was the sign. Everyone in the newsroom thought that meant that Gravity was going to win.
Well, I know that the editing award kind of foreshadows the big prize, but I always had faith in the Academy. That's actually one thing that I wanted to discuss was just, it seems like all the major Oscar bloggers, the prognosticators, it seems like they've grown cynical and they feel like the Academy is going to screw up every single year. It's almost like people are expecting that.
Right.
And I was just surprised, doing my homework over the weekend to see how few Oscar experts were predicting a win for 12 Years a Slave.
Especially because even a few weeks ago they all had it. It seemed they all thought Slave was going to win. For whatever reason, some of the momentum Gravity built in the last couple of weeks, it's convinced everyone that it was going to win. Didn't work out that way.
I did want to just touch upon that great myth that all the Best Picture winners are released at the end of the year in December. Actually, 12 Years a Slave came out in October this year.
Which is when Argo came out last year.
Right, and it seems like the last few years, even before that, the winners are not coming from December. So I think it's just kind of like a common misperception in the industry. I think... again, it would be great to see these great movies spread out throughout the year. Hurt Locker came out in the summer. I just don't think that we need to confine them.
For December doesn't work out that well. The movies that came out late this year, Wolf of Wall Street did really well financially, so did The Hobbit. But, where is Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which Fox hoped was going to be its awards movie? Her and American Hustle came out late. They did just fine, but it doesn't really pay to come out in the last couple of weeks.
And that's going to be a hot talking point this week with American Hustle going 0 for 10 at the Oscars. It just couldn't muster the support to get a single win. What did you think of 20 Feet from Stardom winning Best Documentary? I know that you were passionate about that one.
As I digest my pizza, I made this clear in our preview of this. I liked the movie, very enjoyable, very touching. It's not the best documentary of the year. Act of Killing, which was nominated, was much better than it, and just a far more important subject, and same goes for several movies that didn't even get nominated.
Any of the speeches jump out at you tonight? I mean...
Cate Blanchett's, which I said. Lupita gave an excellent speech at the beginning, so did Jared Leto. And I thought Alfonso Cuarón gave a pretty good speech. McConaughey is always a charming guy. The speeches at the beginning and the end were great. It's the middle section where you're dealing with all these random awards. They deserve to win the awards and they deserve to have their moment, but the speeches are never as...
Interesting that John Ridley didn't thank Steve McQueen, though. We'll see if there's anything to...
Jeff's ready to just dive into
I want to delve into this conspiracy that I'm reading about on Twitter. All in all, I thought it was a pretty fun show. Nobody got played off tonight. In Memoriam segment, I thought went over well. There were a couple people who were missing. Dennis Farina. They did actually mention Sarah Jones, the crew member who was killed on the set of Midnight Rider, the Greg Allman movie. So you know what? It could have been worse. It could have been better. That's the Oscars every year, folks, right?
Yep.
All right. We'll do it again next year, guys. Thank you for following with us all season long and for readingtherap.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @InSneider. He's Lucas_Shaw. This has been What's the Deal, Oscar edition, and we're out.
What's the Deal with Jeff Sneider?